Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I look like a reporter, don't I? I am your chakra priestess here, and welcome. So this is my first video this year of me coming on camera to discuss discuss some topics that either come into mind or something that I really want us to be aware of. And if you have any spiritual topics, some personal growth topics that you would like for me to, discuss on my channel, feel free to leave it in the comment section below or just email me at hscbottega@gmail.com. Okay. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So the topic that I want to discuss with you all today is with the universal year of 7. I meant to talk about this last year, but I was busy caught up with work. And when I mean work, I mean my 9-to-5 job. So it had me on chokehold a little bit. So now that the peak season is over, I have a little bit more free time on my hands to be able to pull out more content besides you all enjoying my readings. And I'll probably do a separate video as a trailer. But let's go ahead and get into it. So the universal year of 2023 for us numerical vibes is the 7, and I'm pretty sure you have came across every spiritual channel that has been discussing this topic. And of course I want to talk about it in my own little spin, because I'm gonna give you all the things so we can be able to bring it all in. Okay. All right, so the universal year of 7, 2023. Where did the 7 come from? Basically, it's just adding up all the digits in the year. So we have 2023, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3, and that equals the number 7. So how I break this down, of course, there will be chakras involved because, hello, I'm the chakra priestess. But the chakra that is associated with the number 7 or has that 7 energy is the crown chakra, of course. And with the crown chakra, that is dealing with being all in one with source, your creator, whomever you worship as your higher power, as well as dealing with your higher self as well. And staying connected at all costs. And it also tests your faith on how you maneuver in your life cycles as well, your phases, as you are in the physical realm. So be mindful of that. And the crown chakra also deals with the subconscious. So for example, you may say you are okay. Like if somebody asks you a question saying, how are you? And you say, I'm good. But in the back of your head, in your subconscious mind, you're like, no, I'm not. I am panicking. I have all this stuff on my plate and I don't know how to decipher it. It's like if you all ever watch SpongeBob, your head, you may be like SpongeBob. You'll say, I'm fine, good. I'm good. I'm fine. But in the back of your head, you're in that scenario where the office where everything is filed in your subconscious and every parts of your brain is on fire and all your constituents that's living in your brain is just all over the place. Okay. So just please keep in mind of the thoughts that you that comes into your mind, just as much as there's power in the tongue, there's also power in the mind as well. Like the old saying goes, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. So keep that in mind. Okay. So also the color that is associated with the crown chakra is purple as well as white and gold, just depending on what how would you decipher it, so to speak, especially if you're making tarot or oracle cards. Majority of the time, a person will use purple, and then to stay on a neutral basis, they'll use grays or use white or gold, okay? Because the divine is golden, right? And then the tarot card that is associated, so we're moving to the tarot portion. The tarot card that represents the 7 energy is the Chariot card. So as you can see on this card, you see the background is in the color yellow. Yellow is that joyful, bright, giving everything coming to light energy. And then you have excuse me, you also have the castles in the background, as well as this individual that is in its basically in its box. And for a depending on what card you read in tarot, you'll have the person that is literally on a chariot, that's going in movement somewhere, okay? And also it just depends on what direction the person is facing within the card. So in this particular card here, it's just facing forward, and it has a duality sphinx here on down at the bottom. So you have the light with the white stands for purity, and then you have the dark standing for the black standing for darkness or just hidden secrets, the illusion. And then you have the duality on the at their tops with the black and white, meaning the yin and the yang, and the masculine and the feminine sorts of things. So there will be movement, a lot of movement. And also on this card, low key, it looks like the medical symbol, but that depends on how you want to decipher dissect the card. Okay, so chariot, like I said, the chariot card, it represents movement, it represents personal growth, it represents planning and assessing any situation that within the phases as well. And then far as tarot wise, the zodiac sign that is associated with the chariot card here is the sign of Cancer. Okay, so with Cancers are the mothers of the zodiac. Even though the ruling planet is the moon, hence the full moon is going to be in the sign of Cancer this Friday. So just be aware of any feelings that come up on that day. And if you haven't checked out my flashlight reading for this week, I encourage you all to do so, because the card for that, well, for this week, is to watch a movie. And then I went a little bit more in depth as far as like dissecting the card, as well as reading from the guidebook as well. So check that out. And also, when it comes to the Cancer and signs, what do mothers do? They're nurturing, for one thing. They are intuitive. When I mean intuitive, like the saying goes, mother knows best. And as well as they are very protective. So if you mess with anyone that he or she loves, best believe you are going to hear you're not going to hear the last of them. Okay. So in regards to the chariot card, again, going back to the general meaning, is basically movement, action, as stated before. So there's going to be a lot of movements this year. There may be a lot of inspired action taking place, as well as you're beginning or continuing your personal growth as well. And then it's all about leveling up, because last year it was dealing with the third eye chakra, which deals with your intuition, right? So I'm gonna also bring out some other cards so you can still follow me. So With the intuitive life coaching oracle, right? The card that is number 7 in the deck is universal flow. So again, movement within the universal flow, as it is time for us to not only slow down and breathe, but take time to smell the roses. So be in that sacred flow within this year, right? And as you are in that sacred flow, then you are going to be able to take some inspired action into what comes into mind or what you feel in your heart that will bring some sort of joy, peace, and prosperity, some form of abundance in your realm. And then you're going to provide that movement along the way. Okay? Because again, last year we was dealing with our third eye chakra, which deals with our intuition. Okay, we're learning to embrace and trust our inner knowing, and without doing that, then it leads to doubt, self-sabotage, and some stagnant energy. Okay, now back to the number 7 aspect, okay, of the new year. When it comes to the Chariot card, or just in that 7 energy in general. Now, on a general aspect, as I stated before, we're dealing with leveling up. It's time to increase our spiritual gifts that the Most High has given us. And of course, on a love and romance aspect, because in my world predictions, or my annual outlook video, check that out. Not only the synchronicity card came out as the overall effect, but also when it comes to the love and romance aspect in that 7 energy with the Chariot, it's all about setting the foundation before taking it to the next level. If y'all see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes, okay? Because there's a lot to unpack. So, far as in the love and romance aspect, we're setting up foundations before we're taking the next step, because if the foundation is not solid within a relationship, whether it's platonic, family, business wise, it is bound to crumble at some point, because there was no clear or concise understanding in the beginning. Okay, so that's and that relation aspect was in the world predictions / annual outlook for this year. So I'm not for sure when, because I broke it down by season. I broke it down by season: spring, summer, fall, winter. So just go ahead and just check it out. Okay, so there was a relational aspect of, there are just overall, it's going to be some relationships that get tested even more this year. Okay, so just be on the lookout for that. All right. And then on the career and money aspect, I am not a financial advisor, okay? And I am not a relationship expert. However, I did take a class in high school and college, all right? And of course, my life experience itself. But anyway, for the career and money aspect, it's time to get clear as well about fine-tuning while getting inspired action. So basically, in the money and career aspect, if you are feeling like this job is not for you, then it's time to get clear on what you really want in your life, because I'm telling myself this too as well, because y'all not the only one. All right, y'all not the only one I'm preaching to. I'm preaching to myself as well. But also, yeah, with career and in finance, or just career money, it is time to really get clear on what you want to do, and go what feels right for you as well. Okay, So you can be able to take that inspired action. And when you do that, and when you have a clear and concise understanding of what you want to do or what steps you want to take, and make sure it's like fine-tooth enough to where you could just take that leap of faith, then do so. Otherwise, what else I want to mention about a career and money? Budget. Yes, budget. All right. Budgeting is going to be the key as well. Because there are things that we always want in our life, and then as times are progressing and as phases are coming about, we're looking at things totally different now. The things that we used to want then, we don't want it now. And it's probably all because we see other people that had it and they had an experience from, or you just like okay. So a great example is name brand. Okay, you may thought you wanted a Birkin bag one year and you was going to make it do what it do until you get it. And then sometimes if you got it, it's just like, okay, now I got it, now what? Or you could be in that aspect that you was really working towards to getting that item, but you see on down the line that it's not worth it due to some things happening in your life, so to speak. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now, in the personal spiritual aspect of the year 7, we got using your spiritual practice to guide you through the phases of life with confidence as you are leveling up. So on a personal and spiritual aspect, this is what I focus on when I do tarot, is the personal spiritual aspect or the general meaning, but definitely leaning toward the personal and spiritual aspect, because we are all accountable for ourselves in the end, right? So basically in this realm here is, as we are as these spiritual gifts are coming to us, or as the spiritual gifts have been awakened as we go through our personal growth and our cycles through our life, of course, we can utilize the times that we go through the phases of life, right? We can utilize those phases of life to gain some awareness and continue to build ourselves to where we want to be the person that we always wanted to be, or we can build ourselves to where we are at a place that this is what I always wanted, and I created my own reality just based off on removing some stuff and adding some stuff that brings some value into my life. Okay, perfect example of this is perfect example is there is a situation that happened, and the first response, usually you'll be arguing, you'll be so angry to the point you want to punch the wall and stuff like that. But now that you have gained some sense of awareness and you know your triggers and you know the warning signs, and you're using your discernment and you're following not only your spiritual eye but also your physical intuition as well, in that gut area, in that solar plexus region, your reaction is going to be different than the usual of how you respond. And what that tells you and what signals that is you have learned a lesson, and of course it can help you guide yourself as you navigating to the goal. In other words, it is testing the waters of your faith. It is testing your faith until you reach the goal, okay? It's testing you on how far you're going to go until you get to that goal in an ethical and healthy way. That's what I mean by the spiritual personal aspect. Okay. I hope y'all will follow me on that one. I've already went over the zodiac sign of Cancer within that Chariot card. And did I mention that the third eye chakra? Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. Anyways, the Cancer zodiac sign is associated with the third eye chakra. Okay, so there's been a lot of third eye chakra energy between last year and the next couple of days that is coming up. All right, so basically, overall, what are we looking out for? What is there to look out for in regards to the universal year of 7? Basically, it is time to be your true and authentic self, okay? And not only stay connected with yourself, but also staying connected with spirit. Get to know spirit, get to know your creator, get to know the higher power in a personal matter. And because you don't necessarily have to, you can get advice from other spiritual counsel, like a clergyman, your pastor, your spiritual advisor like me, or the list goes on. But the relationship between you and the higher power is the most important relationship. Okay. Also, self-exploration, solitude. Go into solitude. It is still it is still winter. Okay. So utilize this winter energy, this winter season, to be in solitude and gain some perspective. Okay. Do some reflection and see what patterns, right, that is working for you, and see what patterns is not working for you, and the ones that's not working, kick them mother truckers to the curb. Okay. And the fear of not, and don't be in fear of not fitting in. There's only one you for a reason. Okay. Don't be caught up in the FOMO mentality, fear of missing out. There's only one you. So nobody knows you like you do yourself. So yeah. And then also balancing the spiritual gifts or spiritual beliefs in the world, in the public, as well as in your heart. What I mean by that is have a good balance between the relationship on you and on your spiritual beliefs and what the public perceives as their spiritual beliefs. Don't allow other people's spiritual or religion backgrounds keep you from discovering your own spiritual religion backgrounds. Okay, so keep that in mind and go what flows within your heart. All right, go what flows from you. And also, last thing is what I say, not being able to share could lead to isolation. Okay, when I said not able to share could lead to isolation, I think the reason why I wrote that is because of, if you're feeling like you can't get anybody to listen to you, don't isolate yourself to where you be in a spiritual abyss, okay, to where you're not able to get out of. I believe that's what I meant by that. Okay. Let's see, anything else? I believe that was it, y'all. I believe that was it. Also, the number 7, it holds the Libran energy. If we're talking about the houses aspect, the 7th house, And with the Libra, that's dealing with the justice system, that's dealing with relationships, that's dealing with marriages as well, okay, and commitments. So, like I said before, just be on the lookout for all those aspects. Overall, what I have to say to you all is, do you, okay? Do you. But that is all that I have for you guys today, as far as like breaking down the universal year of 7. Feel free to leave your comments down below of what you thought about this breakdown analysis on the year of 7. Did it give you an idea what to, I wouldn't say expect, but did it give you an idea to keep in mind as we are going through the day-to-day activities? Okay, feel free to leave your comments down below, and if you like these type of topics, just go ahead and like the video if you haven't done so already, and also comment. I'm gonna get to the comments. Don't be afraid to comment, yo. But yeah, that is that. And Happy New Year to everyone. And I'm going to say this ahead of time. Happy Chinese New Year to all the Chinese people over there in Asia, because the Chinese New Year is like in February per se. So yeah, happy Chinese New Year to you all. And with that being said, I'm going to end it here before I go even further than what I'm supposed to. And always remember to love thyself, know thyself, soothe thyself, so you can heal thyself. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.